So she was like, girl, he's cute. If you don't mess with him, I will. What? Excuse me? And I felt some type of way. And I've told this situation to a whole bunch of people, not a whole bunch of people, but a few other people, and they're just like, well, you dubbed him, so it's just like he up for grabs. Females, you know that's not how it works. Hey YouTube, what's up? What's happening, y'all? So today's story time is gonna be about my crazy behind roommate. So I started school August of 2016. My junior year, my sophomore, my junior year in high school, I went to a program at the school that I attended called, it was basically for like STEM students. At this program is where I met my first semester roommate. We weren't really cool during the program, right? So we're gonna name the girl. We'll call her Courtney. So Courtney and I went to the same program during high school. We were in the same group because it was broken up into groups. We did not talk to each other. Like, in our group, we did have to communicate about certain things because we were in a group, but we didn't really speak to each other. We weren't roommates during the program. It was literally just their relationship. Like, it wasn't that we weren't cool. It wasn't that we didn't like each other. It was just, I don't even know. It was just there. It was a general relationship, I guess. So she hits me up out the blue on Snapchat and she asked me if I have a roommate. And I'm like, no, I don't have a roommate. I actually don't know who I'm rooming with. And she's like, do you want to room together? And so her logic on the situation was, we don't know anybody, and I'd rather room with somebody that I know, that I've been in contact with, than someone that I just completely don't know. And I agreed with her. So we decided to be roommates. We exchanged numbers, so we're actually texting at this point. She's saying, oh, I'm gonna bring a fridge, I'm gonna bring this. I'm like, okay, bet, I'll bring this, and this. My mom and I will go food shopping for the first 2 weeks. My mom's gonna buy like dry food. We're just planning out everything. So now comes time to move in, right? So we move into campus. Our moms, like, they meet each other, we greet each other, everybody's cool. I mean, her grandmother, her mom, she meets my mom and my dad. We move in together. Parents leave, groups start. And so everybody, this is not the program, this is like actual like freshman year of college, like freshman orientation. You're broken up into groups by your last name and I think by your major. And I did not go to any of these activities. I probably should have. I probably would have had a successful first year if I went, but I didn't. I don't go, and she doesn't go either. So we just, exploring New Orleans by ourselves, having a good old time. I meet this guy on Twitter. He DMs me, and we end up, he's in Louisiana, and we end up, like, meeting. And so the way my school is set up, we have a cafeteria, and then there's a terrace where they have like tables you can eat. Majority of the time, people was just smoking up there. But we had set up a day that he was coming, and we were just gonna like meet and hang out. So I asked Courtney if she wants to come with me because I don't want to go by myself. This is my first time meeting a guy out here. I'm not trying to go by myself. So you're my roommate, you're my friend, like come with me. So she's like, yeah, girl, like, of course I'm gonna come with you. I'm not about to have nobody stealing you. We go up to the terrace. We meet him. I'm texting her while we're all together. And I'm just like, I don't think he's that cute. Like, I'm not a big fan of him. He's all right. Like, can we go? So I think she reminded me that I had a test or quiz or something. Or, I can't remember what the heck she said. But we basically, like, got our way out of it. So we get to the dorm. And she was like, what happened? I'm like, I don't know. Like, I didn't think he was that cute. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm not with him. Like, So she was like, girl, he's cute. If you don't mess with him, I will. What? Excuse me? And I felt some type of way. And I've told this situation to a whole bunch of people, not a whole bunch of people, but a few other people. And they're just like, well, you dubbed him, so it's just like he up for grabs. Females, you know that's not how it works. I just started laughing. I kind of just laugh it off. And I'm like, all right, bet. I'm going to start talking to him. And he ended up being my boyfriend. And I think that's where our whole like feud started, high key. I would no longer spend time with her, right? Because I have a boyfriend. I was just always with him, or I was in class, or I was with my other friends. You know, as soon as school starts and you have classes, you're gonna befriend people that have the same majors as you, right? So her major was like public health or communications or something like that. I was a pre-med psychology and chemistry major. We are not the same, sweetie. We are not the same. So I just found other friends, and if I wasn't with my other friends, that's how I met Allie. If I wasn't with my other friends, then I was with my boyfriend where I was studying, and that was just my life. There was 2 other girls from the high school program that we went to that went to the same school. And so, of course, we all remained close because we were all from that high school program. And so one of the girls, we'll call her Simone. So Simone, she wasn't really with the drama. She had people that were at the school from her hometown, and she would kind of like be with them. Other times she would be with us. So she just like picked a crowd, just like me and just like my other friends. And so she would sometimes come to my room and just hang out with Courtney. So Courtney and Simone are in my room. I think I had just left from going out to eat with my friend. Yeah, with my friend. I was with Allie, and then I was with 2 other girls. We went out to eat. I go back to my dorm. Courtney and Simone are in there, and Courtney is just running her mouth about me, talking about how she's worried about me because I go to the upperclassmen dorm to be with guys that I don't know, and just lying on me, right? And so Simone is in there just listening to the nonsense. I go upstairs. I think we were on like the 4th floor. I go upstairs to a different friend's dorm, and I tell her, I'm just like, they're dead talking about me. Like, I walked to the door and I heard them talking about me. So of course I'm petty, so I tweet. Then I go back down to my room. They're still talking about me. I put my key in the door, open the door, and I'm just there, right? So I'm chilling for a little bit. She sees that I tweeted. She's like, we weren't even talking about you. I'm like, you weren't? I said word for word everything she said, right? And so Simone then leaves. Simone goes upstairs to another friend, the same friend that I went to. She went up there and was like, Todd was right. Like, everything she said is exactly what Courtney just said. I'm like, yeah, you're not about to play me. Like, we're not about to do this. This is not what's about to go down. And so after that, it just got worse and worse and worse and worse. She went to tell, the school that I went to had a house mother in our dorm. And so she went to tell the house mother that she didn't feel comfortable in my room because my boyfriend was always in the room, got my boyfriend banned from the dorm. She would tell, it was between that and it was between, she said that I would never let her in the room because I was always having sex with my man, which was very, very false. And so those are the 2 reasons why he got banned from our dorm. And so I would try to bring him on campus or in my dorm, and she's like, no, you have to wait for the house mother to get. And the house mother, she was the, I don't have words to describe this woman. Like, she was a miserable lady because she did not like me either. And I wish I was just saying, like, I wish I was one of those people that was just like, people don't like me, but it's really me. No, like, she genuinely did not like me because she liked my roommate more than me. Why? I don't know. So she got my boyfriend banned from campus, started selling plates in our dorm. She would let people eat on my bed, sit on my bed and eat. She would be wearing my clothes around campus. She would be using my hair products without asking me. She'd be doing a whole bunch of stuff without asking me. She broke like my secure chest that I had because I locked some of my stuff away. I wrote a letter to my house mother as well as the lady that was in charge of dorming that all this stuff was happening. And so they're like, okay, we'll handle it. I had been asked to be moved out of my room or her moved to a different room when it was just me and the house mother conversing. She's like, just revert back to your roommate handbook, redo an agreement. It was a whole bunch of BS. She wouldn't let me change my room. She was just like, talk it out. But there was no talking it out at this point. The girl was wearing a full outfit of mine out on campus. How does that go? How do we talk through that? right? And so I'm just assuming at this point, when we were friends, she would always ask to use my stuff, and I would allow her to because she asked, right? And if it was something that I just didn't want to share, I would let her know, and she wouldn't touch it. Now we're not cool. The things I would say yes to, she would just do on a regular like it was nothing, because I think it's because I said yes so many times before. But no, sweetie, we're not friends anymore. Like, we're not cool. So, and then, like, when did you even find the courage to stop asking to use my stuff? Like, Courtney leaves for Thanksgiving break. The girl had asked Courtney if she could sleep in her bed while Courtney was gone. Courtney said yes. This is before we fell off, right? Courtney comes back, I think like a day early, and finds the girl on her bed, and she flips out, right? And so the girl, she just gets up. She's like, I'm sorry, like you said. And Courtney was just like, no. And it's just going on and on and on. That day, Courtney goes to the house mother and says, I want to move out of my room. That day, she got to move out the room. Like, do y'all see what I was going through? Like, does that make any sense? Does that make any sense? So the girl that was sleeping on the bed, she moves into my room. And so she's in my room on occasion, and we're just hanging out, chilling, whatever. One day, the girl tells me to look on Twitter because Courtney's tweeting about me. So I'm looking at her Twitter, and she's just going on and on and on about me, how I was a terrible roommate, just a whole bunch of like BS, just lying on me like crazy. So because at this point I'm just like, I have no words for this girl. Like, this is just too much. I don't want to deal with it. So, but I'm still petty. So I favor every single tweet that she tweeted about me. I wasn't gonna tweet her back or nothing. I just tweeted. I just favored her, all the tweets. A few minutes go by, and I hear her in the stairwell. My room was near a stairwell. I hear her in the stairwell, and she's singing a song. It's like, I just got a fake Henny and I drunk it up. I don't know. It's something like that. And then there was another song she was singing talking about pistol whipping, right? So obviously she's singing these songs to me, and I know this because when we were roommates, she had beef with mad people, and she was singing the same songs, record videos, posted on Snapchat, and all this other stuff. And so I knew she was singing it to me, and I'm just laughing. I'm just like, this girl is really retarded. Like, what do you want? So after she didn't get a reaction from the tweets, after she didn't get a reaction from going up and down the steps singing these songs, she gets mad. So she comes to my room, starts banging on the door, telling me, come out, she wants to fight me. Come out, she wants to fight me. So at the time, I'm on FaceTime with my mom. And my mom was like, what is that? And I'm like, that's Courtney. Like, I told you she doesn't like me anymore. I don't know what's going on. And my mom was like, oh no, we're not having this. My mom hangs up on me in New Jersey and she calls the cops in Louisiana to come to my dorm because my mom heard her talking about she wanted to pistol with me. She's like, I got a gun on me right now. Just a whole bunch of BS. Like, I'm telling y'all, like, she was really, really crazy. So the cops come, they put her in handcuffs, they search her room, and they put it on Snapchat. Like, the cops searching the room, and they basically call me a punk. And then the cops come down to me and they take my information. And the girl that was sleeping on Courtney's bed is in there with me. And she's like, are you okay? Like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. And they take a statement from me as well as the girl that was sleeping on Courtney's bed. So they take statements from both of us. And it goes to, like, the school's, like, court system or whatever. And so I tell them, I told you guys that I did not feel comfortable in a room with this girl. I had been asked to be moved out of the room or her moved out of my room. No one did anything about it. So now it's finals, right? And so she's already moved out my room, but her and her friends are still harassing me on campus. And they just stopped me on campus and they're like, if you know better, you'll leave the school. And I'm just like, y'all are really retarded. Like, Why, like, what? Who are you to make me feel some type of way? Who are you? And so she would just threaten to kill me. She had her family call me on FaceTime with guns, telling me they were gonna kill me and my family if I didn't leave the school. It was just a whole bunch. She was like, I'm gonna catch you off campus and I'm gonna handle you. Y'all, she was mad. Like, why she was mad, I don't know. I really wish I could ask, but I don't know. And so it's around finals time, and the school offers to move me to an upperclassman dorm, but I don't feel comfortable going to the upperclassman dorm by myself. Like, I don't want to be the only freshman over there. And so I'm like, can the girl that was sleeping on Courtney's bed come with me? And they're like, yeah, if she wants to. She agrees. So we both moved to the upperclassman dorm, but not that semester. So I'm like, y'all gonna have to protect me this semester, because I'm not about to get up, move all my items to the upperclassman dorm while we're in the midst of finals. Like, I need to study for finals. Like, me packing up all my stuff to move to a different dorm, it's just like, where am I putting these books? Where am I putting these papers that I'm actually currently studying? You know what I mean? So, like, I was like, no, like, that doesn't work for me. I can't move right now. And they're like, all right, next semester you'll move. So I moved to upperclassman dorm. The new semester starts. The girl is still bugging me. Like, she wasn't bugging me during break. She was still bugging me. And so it became bad when I had a late night class and her friends would just follow me wherever I was going, right? And so it got to the point where I had campus security following me everywhere I went, because this girl was dead trying to kill me. And y'all, God is my witness, I do not know why. I wish I knew why. And I wish you guys could. You probably don't really understand what I was going through when all this was happening. Like, I'm not a punk, right? Let's get that straight. But this girl was literally crazy. And so the second semester, this is the spring semester that we're now in, I missed maybe a month and a half of classes. And it probably was just a month, but like a month to a month and a half of classes, because I was so terrified to leave my dorm, because I would have notes in my room. My roommate didn't know where they were coming from. I would have random people calling me, telling me that they see me, that they're going to kill me, that I need to leave the school. Her family was still calling me, telling me that if I didn't leave the campus, they had my address. They told me my address. They would FaceTime me with a whole bunch of masks and just big old guns. Like, it was literally the scariest thing of my life, honestly. And so, like, I literally would not leave my room. If I wanted food, I would order food, or my roommate would go to the caf and bring me back food. When I tell you I did not leave my room, I did not leave my room. I was terrified. So I was telling my parents had came for my mom's birthday week. My mom's birthday is March 14th. So my mom spent her birthday, for her birthday, she went to come see me. So it was my mom, my dad, my brother, my sister, and my Lala and my Lalo. They all came to see me. And I was telling them that I wasn't happy, that I wanted to go home. I was like, you're almost done this semester, like, just give it to the end of the semester. And I literally told my mom that I couldn't, right? And so as a freshman, you have a freshman, like, a class, I can't remember what it was called, but it was a class that only freshmen took. And so that advisor that was teaching that class was worried about me. So she would email me back and forth, and I would tell her, like, what was going on. And she asked to see me. And I was telling her, like, I'm really afraid to leave. So I got an escort to her office. And then she hooked me up with a counselor that was on campus. And so I'm seeing the counselor, and she makes me see a psychiatrist. And so my boyfriend would take me to the psychiatrist. I think it was probably like twice a week that I went to go see her, once or twice a week. And she diagnosed me with severe depression. And was a psychologist, I'm sorry, and she recommended that I go to a psychiatrist so I can get medication. But I'm not too big on meds. I told my mom, she got all my documents and everything, and my dad, this is like mid-April, my dad flew to Louisiana and picked me up. We got a rental and we drove right back to Jersey. Like, when I tell y'all, it's so heartbreaking, and it makes me honestly want to cry, because it's just like, that was my dream school. Since the 7th grade, I wanted to go to this school, and it failed me. Like, I emailed so many people. I emailed the dean. I emailed so many people, because my safety was just not, like, it just wasn't there. I did not feel safe on that campus. And they put me through so much, like, counseling and stuff, and they offered, like, security, but it just wasn't what I expected. And I didn't expect them to kick her out of the school. You know, like, everybody has equal opportunity. I get that. Oh, I'm such a bitch. I'm sitting here tearing up. But I didn't expect them to kick her out of the school. I honestly didn't. It was just, I wanted you guys to take better precautions, because it, like, counseling for both of us, if any, like, it just didn't there's so many things the school could have did, and they just didn't do it. So that school failed me, and it hurts, because that was my dream school. Like, when I tell you, I spent my entire high school career trying to make sure my grades were okay so I can get into this school. This was the #1 school that produced minority doctors, even above even above Harvard. But I'm not even gonna say the school name. It's just, it's pointless. Like, I'm not even, forget about them. But it just hurt, because, like I said, that was my dream school. Like, no one will understand how badly I wanted to go to this school besides me and my parents and I. And so it was just a hot mess, y'all. It was just a hot mess. Like, that really, really hurt for me to have to leave. And I was so mentally damaged that I told my parents that I wanted to stay in the school. Like, I wanted to prove to her, to the school, that it was just like, whatever, like, this is not about to stop my success, right? And my mom was like, that's not healthy, like, you have to leave. And I had to go back to Louisiana a few times, and like, while I was, oh Jesus, my mom, oh Jesus, hold up, y'all, I'm about to start crying. My mom, my Lala, and I, we had to go back for legal reasons, and we go back to Louisiana. As we're on our way to the hotel, we have to pass my school, because my school's like right on the highway, so you can see it from the highway. And I see my school, and my mom is like, are you gonna be okay passing your school? Like, are you gonna be, my Lala's like, are you gonna be okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna be fine, like, forget about it. And so we pass the school, and I see it in the corner of my eye, and I'm trying not to look at it. Oh, my eyes are burning now. I'm trying not to look at the school, right? And then, even though I don't look at the school, but I spotted it, I start breaking down, okay? We are on a bus, y'all. We are on, like, a shuttle to the hotel. And I start breaking down. Like, I'm, like, bawling my eyes out. I'm like, oh, no, sis. Get your itch together, please. This is not cute. And so I'm having a mental breakdown. I hope they have parking. I'm having a mental breakdown. And my mom, and the reason why I really didn't want to cry or like have any reaction is because my mom and my grandmother make the biggest deals out of stuff. Like, when I tell you the biggest deals out of stuff, the biggest deals out of stuff. And so I really didn't want to have a reaction or anything like that, but obviously I did. That's my story time about my crazy behind roommate and how she tried to kill me. I feel like low-key this story time was a little boring. Very emotional. I did not plan on crying at all. And I didn't really cry. I said a little thoughts here. Do you feel me? So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this story time.